Hello friends, I am Anjana. Welcome to my class. Student, in previous video we have discussed about luminous and non-luminous objects and how do we see things transparent, translucent and opaque object. In this video we will learn about characteristics of light. First is speed of light. Children, the light is the fastest moving thing in the universe. An object traveling at the speed of light can travel round the world 7.5 times in 1 second. The sunlight takes 8.25 minutes to reach the Earth's surface. The distance between the Earth and the Sun is 148.5 million kilometers. And you know, student, a vehicle traveling at 150 kilometers per hour would take 95 years to move the same distance. Scientists have proved that light travels at a speed of 3 lakhs kilometer per second approximately in vacuum and slows down slightly to a speed of about 299,700 kilometer per second in air. The speed of light further reduces to about 225,000 kilometer per second when it travels through water and 197,000 kilometer per second when it travels through glass. Thus, when light travels through a medium, it slows down. Understand? Next is light travels in a straight line. For that, you will take one torch, okay, and cover the torch with a black chart paper as shown in the adjoining figure. With a pin, make a small hole in the center. At night, switch off all lights and switch on the torch. What do you observe? In this activity, you will see a straight beam of light coming out of the small hole. This shows that light travels in a straight line. We will do another activity to show that light travels in a straight line. Okay? For that, we will take one aluminium tube of about 30 centimeter length, one candle, a table and a matchbox. Okay? Light the candle and place it on the table. See the candle through the tube. Is the candle visible? Yes. Now give a small bend to the tube. Place it in between the candle and one of your eyes, keeping the other eyes closed. Is the candle visible this time? No. Okay, the candle is visible through the straight tube, but it is not visible through the bent tube. Okay, this is because light travels in a straight line. A very narrow path of light that can be represented by a single line is called a ray. The arrowhead on the line shows the direction of the light. When a bunch of rays comes together and fall on a surface, it is called the beam. Many rays can represent the beam of light and the arrowhead demonstrate their directions. Okay, the rays in a beam can be parallel, convergent or divergent. The bunch of rays coming from many directions and meeting at a particular point is called as convergent beam of light rays. When the rays of light start from a point and spread in different directions, then such rays are termed as divergent beam of light rays. Okay? Next is light forms shadows. Light a candle in a dark room and hold your hand against the candle. You will see the shadow of your hand formed on the wall, opposite to the light. You cannot see a shadow in dark. You need some sources of light for the shadow to form. Children, when the path of light is obstructed or blocked by an object, the reason behind the object remains dark as no light reaches the reason. This is because light travels in a straight line. This dark region that assumes the shape of the object on which light falls is the shadow of the object. You can see a shadow on a wall or ground or on any surface, okay, which can serve as a screen. Student, opaque objects produce darker shadows and translucent objects produce partially dark shadows. The shadow is not completely dark as some light passes through the object, so the transmitted light can reduce the intensity of the shadow. A transparent object cannot form a shadow as it cannot block the path of light. The shape, size, and nature of a shadow depends on the following. First is angle at which light falls on the object. Next, size of the object and the source. Third is distance between the object and the light source. Fourth is distance between the screen and the object. Let's learn about angle at which light falls on an object. Student, if you observe a shadow of a tree during the day, you will notice that the length of the shadow changes with time. A shadow of a tree is the shortest at noon and longer in the morning and evening. This fact helped people in olden times to know the time. Next is shadow formed by a point source of light. Student, when an opaque object is held between a point source of light and a screen, a completely dark shadow having sharp edges is formed on the screen. The shadow has the same shape as that of the object. Okay? Next is shadow formed by an extended source smaller than the object. For that, when an opaque body is placed in front of an extended or slit source, the shadow formed on the screen behind the object has two reasons. First is the inner region of a shadow, which is completely dark, is called umbra, and the outer region surrounding the umbra, which is a partially dark region, called penumbra. Okay, the umbra receives no light from the source, hence it is completely dark. You understand why it is dark? Because umbra region receive no light, okay, from the source. The penumbra receives some light from the outer edge of the source. Hence, it is partially dark or lighter than umbra. Okay. Next is shadow formed by an extended source larger than the object. Children, when an opaque object is placed in front of an extended source of light that is larger than the object, Then a shadow is formed having umbra and penumbra. The umbra gradually reduces in size as the screen is moved away from the object until it finally disappears completely. This is the reason why shadow of birds and aeroplane flying in the sky are not formed on the ground. The umbra region is too small to reach the ground and penumbra is too large and faint to be seen. Okay? Now this video is finished. I hope you all understand. Thank you.